Welcome again in our new video, Standard 7th, Subject History. Chapter number 4, Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. This is part 2. So let's begin with first point of this module, the calamity of a famine. Agriculture was dependent on rainwater. If it did not rain, crops would fail. The prices of food grains rose. It became difficult for the people to get food grains and other things. There was no fodder for the cattle. Fodder means food. Water became scarce. Scarce means shortage of water. It became difficult for people to live in the village. They were forced to leave the village. A famine was a great calamity for the people. A great famine occurred in Maharashtra in 1630 CE. People were greatly distressed due to this famine. It has been described in these words: people were ready to sell themselves for a piece of bhakri, but there was nobody to buy them because they were also not ready to buy them because they had no money. So from where they will buy? No. So that was situation. There was a severe scarcity of food grains. Scarcity is what? Shortage of food grains. Entire families were destroyed. Cattle and farm animals died. Agriculture was devastated, means destroyed or ruined, means all families, all agriculture they destroyed because of great famine. The famine put an end to industries. All financial transactions came to a standstill. People had to wander to faraway regions in search of a livelihood. It was a great challenge to bring back to normalcy. Normalcy means normal life. The devastated life means destroyed life of the people, means who were destroyed. Then it was very difficult to get it back, means get it in a normal way, in normal life. We can take an example of today's situation. Because of corona, in all our country, our prime minister announced lockdown. Okay, so we faced many problems due to the lockdown. There were many shortage of food grains, and because of that we faced increasing amount of that food grains, and they sold cheap things also in higher rate. Many families attempted suicide, and many families moved from Maharashtra to their native place. So we can see how was the life we faced due to the lockdown. We have also seen in today's situation famine. We can see it's a famine. Next point is the work of Warkari movement. Warkari played a very important role how that we are going to see how their work was important. The work of the Warkari movement. The society was greatly influenced by blind beliefs and rituals. People had people had become fatalistic and inert. Fatalistic means is someone who feels that no matter what he or she does, the outcome will be the same because it's predetermined. Got it? Fatalistic is someone who holds specific beliefs about life, destiny, and the future. And inert means lacking the ability or strength to move, means inactive. Got it? People had become fatalistic and inert. Okay, so they had lost all initiatives, means their power, their confidence. The condition of the common people was miserable, means they were unhappy, they were uncomfortable. In such circumstances, the sons in Maharashtra endeavored to inspire the masses, means people, common people, they were lost their confidence, their power, and they were unhappy. So in that circumstances, so sons played a very important role. They tried very hard to inspire them. In Maharashtra, the tradition of sons, which began with Sant Jnaneshwar and Sant Namdev, was carried on by sons coming from various strata of the society. People from all strata of society were part of Sant tradition. For example, Sant Chokhamela, Sant Goroba, Sant Sena, Sant Sautamadi, Sant Narhari, Sant Sheikh Muhammad, etc. Sant Chokhoba's wife Sant Soirabai and sister Sant Nirmalabai, Sant Muktabai, Sant Janabai, Sant Kanupatra, Sant Bahinabai, Siurkar, and other women were also among them. Pandharpur was at the center of the Sant movement. Vitthal was the object of their worship. On the banks of the river Chandrabhaga at Pandharpur, the sons and pilgrims means Warkari, used to rejoice in their devotion, means bhakti. Rejoice means happiness. They were very happy in their bhakti of Vitthal. Their equality was propagated through bhajans, kirtans, and unity mills. Mills means kala. They started inspiring people to come out from their sorrow, from their happiness, means from their unhappiness. Okay. So we will see individual sant, what they have made for the society. First is Sant Namdev. Sant Namdev. He was a great sant of the Warkari movement. He was a skilled organizer. He performed excellent kirtans as well. He awakened the sense of equality in men and women belonging to all castes through the medium of kirtans. His pledge was नाचू कीर्तनाचे रंगी ज्ञानदीप लावू जगी. His abhanga compositions are well known. Many sons as well as common people were influenced by his teachings. He went up to the Punjab, propagating his thoughts. His compositions are included in the Guru Granth Sahib of Sikhs. He propagated the message of Bhagwat religion in all quarters. He built a memorial to Sant Chokha Mela at Pandharpur. His work is unforgettable. Sant Namdev, also transliterated as Namdeva. Sant Namdev, born 26th October 1270 and he died on 3rd July 1350. He was an Indian poet and sant from Narsi, Hingoli, Maharashtra, who is significant to the Warkari sect of Hinduism. Bhagat Namdev's writings were also recognized by the Gurus of Sikhism and are included in the Holy Book of Sikhism, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. Namdev worshipped Vithoba, one of the forms of Lord Krishna, but the larger context of Rama. Namdev was not referring to the hero described in the Hindu epic Ramayana, but to a pantheistic ultimate being. The literary works of Namdev were influenced by Vaishnava philosophy and a belief in Vithoba. Along with the Jnaneshwari, a sacred work of Jnaneshwar, and of Bhakti movement teacher writers such as Tukaram. The writings of Namdev form the basis of the beliefs held by the Warkari sect of Hinduism. He was thus among those responsible for Warkari faith that had emerged first in Karnataka in the mid to late 12th century and then spread to Pandharpur in Maharashtra. Namdev and Jnaneshwar used the Marathi language to convey their beliefs. Namdev's style was to compose simply worded praise for Vithoba and to use a melodic device called Samkirtana, both of which were accessible to common people. Sant Namdev thought that all can be saved equally without regard to caste through devotion, means bhakti, to Vithoba, and that he greatly influenced groups of the people who were forbidden by the Brahmin. Students, here we have completed this part of this lesson. Okay, further part we will continue in next module. Thank you.